Alright, this first video is going to be a little bit longer, just because I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a review from week one and just also letting new viewers even know what this is. I break down every single game on the card in about a 3-minute video, sometimes a little shorter or longer. Um, and the idea is that you guys get to just kind of see where I make my numbers as far as the side and total go. If I have any type of situational spot or information that I can share as far as the game goes that you guys aren't aware of. And you can just use it to kind of better your capping week to week. Any games that I've made personal plays in or client plays in, those videos won't have an entire breakdown. I'll just kind of try to forward you guys to wagertalk.com where I sell my stuff for you guys to purchase that if you want, and if you don't, that's fine. Just move on to the next video. Just kind of to refresh, because there was a funny troll type guy trying to expose me over the weekend, and he thought all these videos that I post. So I post a link to a YouTube video, which is what this is, and I do that underneath like a spread, so this one will show Maryland minus 10.5 versus Florida International. Sorry, I forgot which video this actually is. And so all of my videos are just stating the point spread, the line with the favorite. And so not only one is this literally a video, or these are literally videos of the games I'm not picking. He thought I was making picks and that it was the line that I wrote. And somehow he never noticed that, or throughout the process of tracking 40 games, he never noticed I picked every favorite, because that's what I wrote in as the line was just whoever the favorite was. So at some point mid Saturday, he's like, "You're down 11x." Like, oh, cool. I was actually up like 7, so thanks. Anyway, these are not picks. The line that shows in the video or the link I post on Twitter is just the favorite and what the line is, and we're going off of that. So in this case, Maryland's laying 10.5. Florida National at home. Real quick, kind of going over their game. Maryland played an FCS opponent, ran with them. It might have been Howard. I didn't look it up. So if it wasn't Howard, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure they just crushed Howard. Florida National played at home against Indiana on a Thursday, so they have a little extra prep time for this game, which is kind of nice. The game was really weird. They were actually leading 13-12 in the fourth quarter, but they lost by 21. So Indiana scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth. 2 of them were pick sixes. So Florida International made 2 critical mistakes, obviously, and Indiana capitalized on them. But Indiana's 34 points, I think 34-13. I think 14 of those in that fourth were just because of FIU turnovers. Indiana didn't play great. I know FIU was, I think they were only outgained by about 150 yards. I have that number in front of me, so I'll just pull it up for people. It's 155 yards. And first downs, Indiana was +9. So, I mean, they were obviously the better team, but it was a lot closer than 21, especially going to that fourth quarter. Florida Nationals actually winning the game outright. The problem is that Indiana had to suspend 6 guys from their roster for this game, and 3 of them are projected starters. So it's kind of hard to really gauge Indiana's slow start for 3 quarters because they're missing 3 key pieces and 6 guys that are going to get playing time total. So, even though my number for this game, now I'm getting to kind of where I lean, and I hate the word lean in general because it's stupid. Like, why do you share a lean if you're not going to bet it yourself? But I actually do. I mean, there's some games where when I do these videos on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I won't have a play, and I'll end up adding it later in the week if I get some information or just kind of a kick in the butt. Hey, this is the right side. So this might be one. Florida National +10.5. It goes off Friday. My number is 6.5. So there's quite a bit of value there on the 10 and the 7. What's really keeping me away is the fact that Indiana looked terrible for 3 quarters, but it might have been just because they were missing 3 key pieces and 3 starters, and maybe Florida International. Them hanging around for 3 quarters was more fluky than anything else. And so I'm going to have to kind of just wait and see. I'm not really going to be jumping at a lot of these week 2 spots too against teams like Maryland who just played an FCS school. You don't really know a lot about them either. So it's kind of just better to get some more data, so to speak, from week 2 or week 3 standpoint before you really start betting certain teams' games. And this is the case for Maryland in general for me as well. So that wraps up this video. I'm just going to start shuffling through these really quickly. And yeah, next up will be the other Friday night game, which is Louisville and Syracuse.